Hello everyone, my name is Sinchana and today I am going to explain the Unity 3D game project that I developed. So this is the simple and fun mini game where a robot moves through the 3D environment and collects star objects placed around the map. The main purpose of this project was to understand the fundamental of Unity, such as creating 3D scenes and scripting using CH, using colliders and triggers, working with UI elements, handling camera movement, and finally exporting the game as a standalone Windows application. Through this project, I learned how different systems in Unity work together to create an interactive experience. Tools and technologies used are for this project. I used Unity as my main game engine because it's beginner friendly and supports rapid prototyping. I used C as the scripting language to control player actions and collectible logic. All coding was done inside the Visual Studio, which is directly integrated with the Unity. I also made use of colliders, rigid bodies, and trigger detection for the gameplay interactions. Finally, I installed the Windows build support so my project could be exported as a exe file that runs without installing Unity. Scene and camera setup. Next, I started designing my game scene. I created a simple layout with the platform steps and slopes to make the movement interesting. Then I added the robot character as the main player to ensure the gameplay feels comfortable. I adjusted the main camera so it follows a proper angle where the robot that platforms and the collectibles are clearly visible. So good camera positioning is very important in 3D games because it helps the player understand depth, direction and the location of the objects. Collectible system and gameplay logic. One of the main mechanic in my game is collecting a stars. For this, I added the box collider to each star and enabled the is trigger option. I tagged the robot as a player so Unity knows who is interacting with the objects. Then I wrote a CH script using a on trigger enter to detect when the player touches a star. Whenever a star gets collected, it disappears from the scene and the count of remaining stars decreases. This gave a clear sense of progress to the player. UI system and difficulty design. To make the game more interactive, I added a UI text element that shows how many stars are left to collect. This text updates live during the gameplay. For difficulty, I placed stars in the different areas, some on slopes and some on steps, and few near the edges of the platform. This encourages careful movement and exploration, making the gameplay a bit more challenging. Exporting the game. After completing the gameplay, I exported the project using the Unity's build settings. Initially, the exe file didn't appear because the Windows module wasn't installed. Once I installed the Windows build support and switched the platform to Windows standalone, Unity successfully generated the application. Now the game can be played on any Windows computer. Some challenges and solutions during development I faced has the camera not displaying objects correctly, trigger detection not working, and difficulty placing objects accurately in 3D space. So I solved this by adjusting the camera angle, enabling each trigger, setting the correct tags, and rebuilding the game with proper modules. So these some challenges helped me to understand the Unity's workflow better. To conclude, this project helped me to gain hands-on experience with the Unity 3D. I learned about scene design, scripting, UI, and camera handling, and game publishing. In the future, I plan to add some animations, enemies, and the main menu to the make it a more complete game. So thank you so much for watching my explanation. Thank you.